So this is what I meant by I put some green shade cloth, top and bottom. Got the leg holders that hold into the concrete. It's got another bolt and a little catch up the top where you can put a padlock. But yeah, definitely it's good to block off your property a little bit and make it less accessible for people peeing, if possible. They can easily jump off there and do that, but why not give them a little bit more trouble to do so than just flaunting it. Anyway, so that's what the fence looks like in the daytime. I'll just show you in at the nighttime spec. Okay, so later at night it started to rain. You can sort of see the spits coming down on the CCTV, but almost looks like it's like a black shade cloth at night time. I've still got to paint the front of the pickets just to make it look a little bit more presentable, but yeah, good job. Okay, so last night I had a cat visitor, because the cats here are kept indoors at night time. But this cat runs off, and guess what else may appear on this CCTV? This is on the 21st to the 6th, 2022 at 1 minute past midnight. What's going to come this time? Almost, I think it's a pit bull. You can see why the cat quickly took off. Let's fast forward a little bit. I think it comes into the property, this one. I remember watching it a bit earlier. Yeah, there it goes. So they can still get around in some of the greenery fence, but it's there near the fire hydrant. There's the cat, very cautious of course, but then CCTV catches the dog back in the property. You must be looking for that cat. You don't want one of those foaming, grabbing hold of your cat. Do a bit of damage if you can. Let's fast forward a little bit more and see if it comes up again. I think it does. Going to come up again. Yeah, a bit of rain last night. I'm sure that dog comes back up. Just pause for a second. Yeah, so just as I paused, it turned up. It's just outside there again. And there's just near this tree here, there's a bit of just lots of sort of trees, but no real big border to stop any sort of animals like that coming in. So yeah, you don't want a stray dog like that catching a cat. That's another CCTV capture. I'll see if there's anything else. One sec. So I go to channel 2, and this is at 12:02 AM from a different camera. See, it's a bit of a muscly dog there. I have heard a dog barking a couple of doors down. I think it might have got off its lead, because I know that it's been on its lead for a fair bit, because they got that divide in the fence that's been pulled down with temporary fencing, so it's not the most safest part is to keep a dog in the backyard, so I think it might have got out. Let's fast forward a little bit, see if I can pick that dog back up again. Yeah, it's down there. One sec. There it comes again. It's got a collar. I'll try channel 3 for a sec. Here's channel 3. And there's that cat that was in the driveway. It's probably obviously trying to get away from that dog. One sec. Yeah, so it's 12:15. It'll show itself in a second. There it is. Obviously smelling where it probably came from, because they ripped that property down. It's just here. Yeah, I think it belongs to then the house next to that, so on the opposite side of the house removal. Just sniffing for some reason. Just fast forward a little bit. And it goes into there. It's the last I think I saw of it. If you've got a Swann camera system, they say that you put your red pixels in the grid where you mainly want it to activate recording. On this Swann system, that does not work. I've put it just for the gate and a little bit here, I think, but it still picks up all these trees when they're, there goes someone on a bike, when it's getting wind. I'll just pause it, I'll go on the grid and I'll show you what I mean. So if you go into this, on the main menu with your detection setting, so if you go, I think it's into setup, this is what you call the grid. You can see the fine lines. Now this grid is where you want the camera to start recording when something comes in motion. So anything in the driveway, around there, and around the fence. But I've tried to take that right out of all the trees blowing and all that, right? So that's where it should activate, right? I'll get out of there, I'll go on to the second one. The detection again, away from all these trees. I've opened up where the front lawn trees are, so when they blow around it doesn't activate, only where it is in the red. So if it's supposedly if anything comes into contact around where the red is, it's supposed to activate the recording. That does not work. So if I get right out of this, put it back on the first, sorry, let me just go to playback again for a second. So if we go on to the first camera again, 1 second. So if I go back into the play thing, have a look at this. All that yellow is the recording. Every single bit. It even gets thick. A thick bar line. Alright? So that's the first camera. And I only had a small amount of red. So I'll show you what I mean. Like even playing that from there, there's nothing really on the camera. Alright? But look at this. This is not selected in the red. But this thing is going like this, and that's what's activating it. It's picking up everything on its lens. It does it on every single camera. That does not work to those who made this model Swann camera. That does not work. You cannot. The camera picks up everything within its view, and and it records. That's just how it is. So anyone that's playing given detail of how you do that little red grid and do that, I've selected on all of them and it doesn't work. So just want to let you guys know, if you ever get one of these, it looks pretty and it seems logical, but it doesn't work. Well, not on this system anyway. Okay, another thing, right? Just remember, people, some people have CCTV like myself, right? There's a lot of things you can't get away with these days, right? Now, this girl is going to come from here. I can't stand junk mail because it blocks up all your letterbox, right? So I just like proper mail, authorized mail and stuff like that. Anyway, when this girl walks past, because I was actually looking at the TV at the time, or the screen, and It said, I've got it in 2 places. No junk mail. All right, no junk mail on the front. I've got two big signs on the actual letterbox. No junk mail. One right above where you would put it in, and a big square one at the front. Anyway, this girl, she walks past. She's from, I think, LJ Hooker Real Estate, and that's still junk mail. All right, them doing their cold canvassing, but she looks guilty because she's read the no junk mail, and she's still dropped it off in the mailbox. In the mailbox. All right, and you can see by her face she knows what she's done. Here we go. She's looking. She looks down. She reads it, and she keeps her eyes peeled to see if anyone looked at what she did. All right, I'll just go back a little bit. She would have read it 100%. So I'll zoom in a little bit. This girl from LJ Hooker, she knows what she did. So what I did is I ran out, and she had a counterpart from the same place on the opposite side, and I took it out of the mailbox and gave it back to him. I said, was that your colleague from LJ Hooker? Oh, this is just the mail guy. Yeah, and he said, yeah, she's canvassing on the other side. I said, I got no junk mail on my letterbox. He goes, yeah, I know. When I read them, I don't put them in. I said, yeah, well, can you inform her not to read the letterboxes? If it says no junk mail, it means no junk mail. Don't just put it in. That's not good, all right? People don't like it. That's why they make the effort of buying a sign and putting it on their letterbox. It's not for fun. If you can't read, fine, that's a different matter. Yeah. Okay, today they were doing some water works in the street. We've got a fire hydrant out the front. This gets still a little bit interesting as far as my new fence. Anyway, I'll just fast forward, see what we can pick up. So west of water, it's let loose with the water. Yep, and sit on the fence, literally sitting on the fence. Goodness, they must have had to release some sort of pressure off there, obviously, because they gave us notice about turning off the water in the morning. Just fast forward a bit longer, a bit more. Yep. Let's just have a bit of a exercise. I'll rewind that. Holding on to the, see, now I put a fence. Now they're doing like cancel workers where they're holding on to the post. It's not the strongest fence. Yep, do a bit of an exercise. Walk around. Have a seat. No worries. They're gushing out with water. See what I mean with Cctv? Pick up a lot of stuff. I'll just fast forward on the 16 plus option. It's not so boring. Yeah, have a seat again. Keep going. See if I see anything out of the ordinary. Just fast forwarding. Yep, just let the water go. Yeah, let the water out a bit more. Yep, stand in the driveway and lean up on the fence. Waterworks are back again. Also, let's just go back a little bit. Just a little bit. Now this sort of thing, they've got the whole entire nature strip. It's massive. Where do they park? Illegally, across the driveway. Now what happens if I was in an emergency and reversed out fast? Or if I was coming into my driveway? Now that's just pure laziness driving over my driveway. Oh, sorry, parking over my driveway. Yeah. Also, it's blocking my bin pickup, which was in that morning. I don't think it was that far away. But Western Water, don't park over driveways. Haven't you ever seen the sign, keep clear of a driveway? Anyway, I find that really annoying when people park over the driveway without reason, like proper cause. That's just laziness, because you got the entire front nature strip, no one's there, no one's parked there. Park in front of, and wrong side of the road as well. Anyway, so that was there. 1 second. After I quickly said 1 second, I can see why that ute just pulled away. This is what I'm talking about. What I was just talking about. That's freaky. Now I know why they cleared my driveway. My bin. Far out. Alright. I reckon they'll be back. 1 sec. Okay, they didn't come back at this stage. But with all that water, there's a few birds checking what's left and having a drink. So I guess that's a positive. Okay, this is just another angle off cam 2 of them taking off the fire hydrant cover. So that must be to relieve the pressure of what they were doing further down the road. Just fast forward. Yeah, as you can see, clearly wrong side of the road. At least it didn't cover my driveway at that stage. Some sort of big tool. Bit of pressure. And letting the water go. That's fast forward at 16 times. Fair bit of water coming out. Still going. Must have did the cameras pretty well, because no one seems to be noticing that they're there. The Swann cameras come out, the ones that I got, they come out originally white, but I've painted them a camouflage colour. So yeah, there's that ute. See what I mean? Like, there's no need to fully park over someone's driveway and on the wrong side of the road there. Like I said before, there's plenty of space in front of the nature strip to pull over with. But yeah, blocking someone's driveway just again shows not much respect. Yeah, they definitely moved for that garbage truck. On the third camera, he did notice my CCTV camera after what I just said. Here we go. Let's just press play. He's walking around, checking out the next block, seeing what they're doing. But you can clearly, he's having a bit of a sticky nose down the sideway. There you go. I think he's looking up at the camera there. 1 second. Let me see if I can zoom in. don't know what he's looking at. Maybe he's not looking at the camera, I don't know. It looked like he was looking up at the camera. One second, I'll go back. Yeah, I double backed on and looking closer. Nah, he didn't actually see the cameras. He was having a look at both sides of the fence. I mean, there's not much on our side as far as much to see as any trees, but yeah, he didn't see the cameras. I thought he did, but I zoomed in on a bit more of his eyes and yeah. Call out a mate, have a look, what else is there to do, and go. Anyway, yeah, didn't see him, it's alright. Ute from Western Water that parked across the driveway, you can clearly see it's more on the American side of the road than the Australian. He's literally on the wrong side of the road and driving too. He didn't just quickly pull in and go on the wrong side of the road. He's literally driving on the wrong side of the road. Look at that. All the way. Let me see if I can get it close up. Is that the phone number there? 1300 650 425. Unit, is that 155? Is that the unit number for the vehicle? But yeah, clearly parking, or sorry, driving on the wrong side of the road. Now, not only did they park over my driveway, but imagine if a car was coming on that side of the road as well. Look at that, wrong side of the road. Okay, same day, just a little bit further into the day. This time we got a traffic control car, probably doing a very similar thing to that Western Water vehicle. Instead, look, you got the whole nature strip, plenty of nature strip. There's no cars parked on either nature strip. And what does this car do? It parks halfway across the driveway to pick up its sign. If you look, there's the driveway. A lot of people probably don't care, but that's the problem. People don't care. So, what can you do? Alright. And look where they stop. Right there. And getting out. That's halfway across that neighbour's driveway. I mean, why can't they just park to here and not block it? A lot easier to access your emergency road signs and stuff like that, and throw it in the back, but nah. Park across someone's driveway. Let's fast forward. Pick up your signs and jump out and go on. But still, what is it with parking across people's driveways? I mean, you may listen to me and say, oh, who gives a crap, mate? Who gives a crap? Well, this is a problem. You should give a crap, because imagine if you're, just say, in a married situation and your missus is feeling pregnant or something emergency and you have to back out quickly and this person's across your driveway. Yeah, you'll be given a crap then. So, yeah, don't do it. It's only 2 seconds to drive here and you're not causing any problems. So, yeah, here's my rant for the day. All good.